Good morning. Hi, come on, Stream Deck. I hit the button. Oh, it's chilly up here this morning. Also, I should have cleaned my glasses. How am I doing? I'm doing good. We had a storm come through last night, so I'm a bit tired. That's better. What happened to chat? Chat? I don't know how to fix it. Let's try that. Nope. There we go. That worked. Chat disappeared.
What?
I had to refresh it on OBS.
Oh, okay. Thank you for saving them. It's actually not surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to refresh to get alerts back. Which, when that happens, 100% of the time I need to do it for chat too. But I didn't.
Well, it was fine, and then it went away.
Oh, really? Oh, so it was there and then it went. That's strange. Huh. Anyway, morning, everybody. How is everyone on this March 24th Thursday morning? Good. Very tired. Good. Tired is both. Sleepy at work. Tired but okay. In pain. No, that's not good.
Oh boy!
I say in pain and they're like, oh boy! There's a lot of people that are tired. I mean, in fairness, the stream does take place in the morning, and well, I guess in the morning for some folks. If you are like in the UK and tired, we're later in the day at this point, so it must have been a rough one. I feel I feel pretty good. All things considered.
Good.
I feel trying to gauge myself right now, and I'm like, I don't feel super tired. So I'm alright. That could change. It's always subject to change, but right this second, I'm okay. I'm doing alright. Who's excited? Here's a great question. Who is excited for the release of Kirby Fallout Edition tomorrow? Because I am very excited. For those who don't know, Mal and I will be streaming it tomorrow night at our normal stream time of 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. It's not called Kirby Fallout. It's called... I've been mentally calling it Kirby Fallout Edition. Kirby Forgotten Land? That's it, right? Kirby Forgotten Land. Which is... It's gonna be fun. So, also the reviews for that game are starting to come in, and it is... Currently, I think on Metacritic, it's ranked like the second highest Kirby game. And I'm like, that bodes pretty well. Mm-hmm. And some of the complaints I've read about it are basically just complaints about, like, the Kirby series in general.
What? He's too pink?
This guy's too pink! No, it's just, like, the sense of, like, oh, you know, the game's a little easy. And I'm like, have you ever played a Kirby game? I mean, if you go in with the right expectations, it sounds like it's going to be perfect. So, too much mouth. Too much mouth. I mean, in fairness, this one I think is probably too much mouth. He literally wraps his entire mouth around stuff.
2 Ganon's adventure together in this basic puzzle game.
2 Ganons, 1 adventure. There's a puzzle. It's from Mr. Perfect Craig. It says 3D Rad. I humbly ask you for a game to play before Kirby comes out. Thank you. Well, have you considered
2 Ganons.
what would that game be called?
I don't know, Steven.
I better come up with it fast.
I can't be.
All right, this is a duet. So, tell me the name of this 2 Ganon game.
Puzzle 2D Ganon Adventure.
That's the name of this game,
You play as Ganon.
and you'll never be the same.
You go adventuring.
And you solve puzzles.
That's how the game goes.
And at the end, one of the Ganons winds up in the muzzle, and the other Ganon has to take him to the dog pound because they found out throughout the entire adventure he was just a dog, not a pig. Is Ganon the one that's the pig? Ganon's the one that's the pig.
Yeah.
I was like, is that Ganon or Ganondorf? Ganon. Ganondorf, human. Ganon, pig. Also, shout out to syllables. Syllables. How many can you fit in a line? That's really up to you. I had to think about that for a minute. Dwarf, human, Ganon, pig. Got it. That was another 5,000 Mr. Perfect Craig says sing a song about my game. So you were waiting for that. That was the 1-2 punch. I would play a puzzle game featuring 2 Ganons. I feel like that would be a wild new direction for Nintendo. But I would play it. It seems like it could be fun. Also, there are other alerts too. We have 5 gift subs from Mark from Vermont, 2 Jeer the Juggler, Adam.Ping, ITGS25, Philip Draco, and Natalio M95. Mark, thank you. Appreciate it. 3 months from Aggressive Alpaca. We get a sub from Living Chooch 420. Welcome. Lost Vagabond gifted a sub to Malier. Also a sub from Aidhawk. Welcome to you. 43 months from Mech Mayhem. Is that the new high? 43? Must be. 43 months is the what's the one where you get to the 4? That's 48. What is the one? Did we? Oh, here's a question. Did we make sub badges that have 3+ for everyone that has what would that be? 42? Or did I never make that? So if anyone is at 42 months, does anyone have 3+? Because it's very likely I never made that. Okay. All right. Remind me at 10 a.m. to make 3+. That is definitely going to be during the stream. I don't know why I said 10 a.m. I could have said 5 p.m. Instead, I was like, no, what's a time when I definitely won't be able to do this? 50 minutes from now? Yeah, that's good. It's fine. If I don't clear it, I'll still see it. Anyway, for I could work on it live.
You could end the stream early. Like an old-fashioned breakfast stream.
What even were old breakfast? I need to go back and watch them. What were they? Because we would be starting to wrap up. We'd be like, well, I guess it's getting to be about that time. Like, what? How did we? Right? Renee says, how did we get anything done in 30 minutes? That's what I'm thinking. The stream, to give some context, the stream would be a third over. I mean, anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Not if we have anything to say about that. Fair. 22 months from Jillips. Sinistar Man also gifted 5 subs. Thank you. To Tune the Raccoon, Dave Ravington, Melody Song 01, I Smiter, and Necrocade. Appreciate it. 40 bits from Radio Dread says, hype for Kirby tomorrow. Yeah, that's the other name for it, Kirby. Because Kirby envelops a car in his front hole. So I'm looking forward to that. That's actually been what some of the reviews have praised. They said Mouthful Mode was a fun deviation from some of the other Kirby games. Satsy says Kirby only has one hole. My desire to talk more about this is so high, and yet it's breakfast stream and I shouldn't. 28 months from KRC David. We got 12 months from Master Wabbit. Congrats on the 1! That's a 1. 7 months from Ada Nietzsche. 300 bits from Ambi Walsh. It says, it's time to eat breakfast with Gramps. Leather to him would need stamps. With coffee and tea, he'll sing songs for me. This keeper of Flat John and lamps. We are the keeper of Flat John and lamps. Well, singular lamp.
I mean, we have other lamps, but we have the lamp.
Yeah. We almost owned another lamp. Like, we considered that. That was a brief consideration.
I'm so confused.
The lamp that we have, which is the actual lamp. I mean, it's the lamp that is used in all of the things, the events, the charity events for Coliseum. We almost bought another one because I really wanted to destroy one in the lamp short film.
Oh, that's hot.
But we couldn't get it, or
No.
you talked me out of it, or something.
We couldn't get it.
Mallory tends to talk me out of destruction. Because a lot of times, ideas just devolve into destruction. I'm like, what if we just destroyed this thing? And Mal's like,
What if we don't?
we could just not do that. And I'm like, oh. Anne says, good job, Mal. It is a good job.
Need a snack? Why not try Tiny Eddie's pureed syrup sticks?
How do you put something in stick form if it's been pureed?
How do you puree syrup? Isn't syrup already pureed? Isn't that kind of its thing? Can you make it even thinner? Is that you freeze it? It's from Leaf. Says, I finally get to start my new job today. What should I have for breakfast today, Eddie? Ah, well, pureed syrup sticks. Yeah, that, you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like Go-Gurt, like a Go-Gurt tube, but
syrup.
But it's just maple syrup.
You're
Which,
noisy this
you
morning.
know, that's real food, but you probably, I don't think I've ever met anyone who wakes up and they're like, maple syrup, baby! On my way to my job. I'm an adult and I just drink maple syrup. Can you imagine just filling this cup up with syrup? You would have diabetes. There's so many, it's nothing but sugar. That would be really bad. You can't just drink that.
Do you hear him this morning?
He's very vocal in a whiny way. Renee says, I mean, I'm an adult and I ate breadsticks for breakfast. God, that sounds good. Especially if they had icing.
Breadsticks and icing?
Well, okay, if they're not Italian, like if they don't have the seasonings, this is the international sign for seasonings, by the way, the seasonings.
So you're talking about like a churro?
No, a churro is a different product. I'm just talking about if you have normal bread, but it's in the shape of a breadstick. Oh boy! You can dip that. What were we talking about? Icing. Icing. You can dip that in icing. And that'll be good. It would not be good if it had the seasonings, because that'd be a little weird. But otherwise, yeah, like a baguette. Renee says, so the stick is just a tool to get the sugar to your mouth hole. to the front hole. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I mean, there are so many products that are basically this.
A spoon.
Mallory, I have an idea for a product. We take a Go-Gurt tube and we just fill it with frosting.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's the whole idea. And we call it frosting stick. And we market it exclusively to adults.
It can't be.
I mean, it's never marketed to children at all. All of the commercials are like a guy getting out. He like gets out of bed. He's in his full suit and tie, and he's like, "Man, I'm a busy adult with things to do." And he just opens icing. And the slogan is perfect for front hole. So where was I? 22 months from Rainy Days 48.
I have no idea where you were.
2023 bumper. Kayla Chris says, I would buy that. I think several of you would buy it. You know you'd like it already. You're like, I do like frosting. Plus, I'm a busy adult with many things to do. It sounds like I need frosting stick.
Is that why you laid on me this morning?
Yeah, he's like, I sense that Dad's going to be talking about frosting stick and front hole. So maybe, just maybe, it would be best if I laid on Mom. He's cute, though. Where were we? 22 months from Rainy Days 48, 32 months from Vinny G Plays, 19 months from Line Rider, 34 months from Laney Bears, 300 bits from Sinstar Man, who says, We live, praise Mao. Thank you for fixing the chat.
You're welcome.
If something's ever wrong, you just refresh, and then it works. 300 bits from Miami Florence says, Hello, grandparents. As someone with many dietary issues, thank you for your colorful descriptions whenever you try new things. Also, happy belated birthday to Stephen and Overlord Chaz. Also, sugar.
We need a ginger gritch.
Also, I wanted to talk briefly. That alert reminded me of some of my, I guess not necessarily dietary issues, although if that comes to light, that would also be a thing.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that I've been dealing with. I have a slight update for folks that are interested in the update. And this will be super brief because this is something that even I have restraint when I'm talking about on a live stream. I got the results of my stool study back, and they are negative. There. No other information. But there also is no other information.
No.
But looking forward to CAT scan. Is it good? I mean, yeah, it's so like the hope is whenever you're doing tests and stuff, you kind of want to learn something, and like having things be negative is like it's good, but also you're like, wish I learned something.
You learned what it's not.
Yeah.
But that.
Yeah, it specifically tests for like if there's any bacteria or inflammation or something, and I don't have any of that, and they're like, well, that's good, and I'm like, good. Did we learn anything? They're like, no. But I will be getting a CAT scan
Tomorrow.
It's gonna be an interesting Kirby stream. Trust me, if I could have done it any other day, I would have. But I couldn't. And they couldn't reschedule it. Even though I was like, please, can we do it earlier? And they're like, no, this is it. So, CAT scan, and then going to buy Kirby, and then coming home and streaming it. It'll probably be fine, to be perfectly honest. It's pretty early in the day, so I'll probably feel better by then. Vacon says, I wish it was during Kirby. That would be a wild live stream. Anyway, 300 bits from Item Crafting Live says, enjoy a nice cold glass of refreshing chat. I am actually actively right now. I'm doing that.
You have coffee.
I can enjoy both.
Is my tea cool enough yet? Yes.
The answer may surprise you. We got 34 months from Big O26 Shen. 500 bits from that gamer gerbil says, kind of a sad day for me. A good friend of mine unexpectedly passed away on Monday, leaving behind her 2 young children. Today is her visitation. Good vibes for the family. Good vibes.
Yeah.
That's,
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, first off, I'm sorry for you and your own grief in dealing with that, but then also, Jesus, that's going to be so difficult for her children. So yeah, that when you say kind of a sad day, I mean, you're probably underselling how you actually feel. So good vibes to you, and you know, I sincerely hope the best for the family, because that is extremely rough. It's very, very hard. Good vibes, and you certainly have good vibes from Chad as well. Not yeah. As Etsy said, never a fun experience to just have something like that just suddenly happen. Let's see. Oh. 300 bits from Goldmage says, Steven, Ganondorf is not human, he's Gerudo. Also, Zelda is princess. Is that I guess that is a distinction, isn't it? Okay, fair. Although, sometimes whenever I say man or person, it's really, I'm just thinking like humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, human. That OID at the end of human can really fill in a lot of gaps, to be fair. Gerudo and Hylian is human? I don't know, actually. Because, like, so here's the thing, and this is coming from someone who just spent time watching all of the Lord of the Rings movies. Like,
You're fine, I'm just spinning
human is super different from, like, elf, right? So they're probably pretty different. Probably. I'm not big into Zelda lore, because when I play the games, I'm just like, haha, hook shot. That's kind of how far I think about it. But is there big... I don't know if this is even in the games anywhere, but does anyone know if there's big, like, lifespan differences between human, Hylian, Gerudo? I don't know. There might not be. It might not be
Goron, Zoras.
Yeah, like, oh, but I bet those... I feel like the Zoras,
I mean,
man.
in Breath of the Wild, like...
Zoras live a long time, right?
Yeah. Some of those were like, oh, we remember Link you when you were a kid, when you were here.
Mm-hmm. Hylian and humans seem to be the same. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not like completely like it's not a big thing that matters to me, but it's one of those things like as a passing thing, it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, Hylians do have pointy. So Hylians are kind of like, I mean, well, they are, right? Like Link is elf boy. But for classical, like, what is the word? Classical races in fantasy. That's the word I'm looking for. Fantasy. Zoras are more close to elves in the sense that they live forever. Oh, and the Sheikah. Thank you, Aldo. This fall, Link is Elf Boy. I would watch it. Protagonist that doesn't talk and just goes, yeah! I'd watch that. I have a lot of interest in actually seeing something like that. Anyway, 15 months from One Weird Cat. 9 months from Davidaru. 4 months from L Strike X. We get a subscription from Nano Sauce. Welcome. Mr. Perfect Craig gifted a sub to Potato Boy. Hey! Potato Boy. Satsy the Mad Ed gifted a sub to Ann K. Hey! Thank you, Satsy. 300 bits from Slight Burp. I drank my coffee too quickly.
Oh.
That must be it. 300 bits from Vinny G Places. So does that mean Lamp 3 is going to feature 2 lamps? Lamp 3 just may never exist. Lamp 2 is a pretty good ending.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd die. Or do I? I don't know. It's up to the viewer to figure out. But you know, I don't know that there'll ever be a third one. We have ideas for Coliseum.
Yeah.
That are really interesting and unique and involve much more Lamp lore. Everyone really wanted to like get into that this year, and we had to like temper that a little bit because we're like, guys, like we don't have time to like flesh all this stuff out, because there was actually some long discussions over the course of last year where people wanted to do really elaborate things with like the Lamp mythology and stuff, it like in the stream. And it basically came down to like, you know, the event is in February this year. It's not in May. Like, we have 3 less months than we should, and we're all busy. And it's like, I think that we might need to wait. We might need to wait till the next event before we do stuff. So
we have 400 bits from Radio Dread. Sugar was mentioned, so here's that one alert.
Boop-a-da-doop-a-da-doop-a-da-doop.
300 bits from Gold Mage. Of all the streams to miss, I missed the birthday stream of our Lord Chazington, Usherer in of the Year of the Shrimp. A clown upon me. Clown.
It's true. If you didn't see Tuesday's stream, we talk often about, you know, there being like very special streams, very unique streams.
Yeah, that was one of them.
That's one of them. That's up on StephenVOD if you want to see it. It's worth watching, even just the beginning.
To see all the things Chaz has done.
It's
The animal quiz.
It'll be positively remembered.
Yeah.
The animal quiz. I'm thinking of an animal.
That has a cool haircut.
Good luck. Bet your channel points. You'll be fine.
I enjoyed the animal quiz. I lost.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't bet anything.
I know.
I don't think I can.
I don't know. See, for me, when I do it, it's like, hey, you have moderator powers. Are you sure you want to? Because then you can't finish the... Not poll.
Prediction. So that's how that works.
Yeah. It's like, I want to participate anyway. Someone else will finish this.
Okay. So if you're a mod, you can participate, but then you can't finish it because then you could rig it.
Yes.
I don't know if I can even do it. I've never tried.
From our Montana trees to your doorstep, Tiny Eddie's bite-sized chicken crunch.
1000 for Sinistar Man says, so it turns out I'll be in Myrtle Beach late April. Any places that aren't just fast food you would recommend? Looking at you, Tiny Eddie. I'm trying to think of a place that I could recommend something bite-sized chicken crunch adjacent.
Bojangles. Oh wait, they don't have popcorn chicken at Bojangles.
Also, the only requirement was that aren't just fast food, and you were like, Bojangles!
Not everyone has Bojangles.
I mean, I
went,
agree.
Carly went to Raleigh, Durham, recently, and she's like, I'm getting Bojangles. I don't care what Kyle says, we're going. And they went and got Bojangles.
Yeah. So, in fairness, I think whenever you travel to a place, if there's a fast food place that you don't have, it can be fun to get that.
Yeah.
And we do that too if we're traveling. So like, and Sinstar says, yeah, Bojangles too be good. So, you know, if you've had Bojangles, obviously that's not anything special.
But something not fast food would be like Johnny D's Waffles, Blueberry's Grill. We have a lot of brunch places, and that's what we tend to recommend.
God, I made a list, actually. Now, Sinstar, if you like brunch... Hold on. I don't know where this is, so can I just search? I'll search brunch. Can I just search brunch? No, that didn't work. Let me search.
Search a restaurant.
Johnny...
Arby's. Why did Arby's come up?
Why did Arby's come up? Oh, this used to be our
A lunch bunch list.
Our lunch bunch list. Which this isn't the list I was thinking of. Where did I write that list?
On your computer? That's where mine is.
But I would write it in notes, so it'd be on my phone.
I think it's that old.
What? I did send... Oh, hold on. I know where to find it. Hold on. This is important. I'm doing it live. Give me a sec. Hold on. I remember who I sent this to. Okay. All right. So, and you can just what do they call it when you fold the page back?
Dog ear?
Dog ear. You can just dog ear this. You know, just so you have Myrtle Beach food recommendations in case you're in the area. Most of these are brunch. Johnny D's. We've eaten there on the vlog before. It's great. Everything's good. Blueberry's Grill. Same. It's just more... Brunch. Croissants. Also brunch. We went there with my parents recently. Let's see, what else? I'm only going to mention brunch places now because it's funny to me. Eggs Up. There's like 10 locations here. They're all great. Eggs Up's great. Mama Jean's. Drive to the wherever you are. Drive to the Mama Jean's to get the breakfast buffet. That's what I would do.
Which is only on weekends.
Yeah, you gotta call. You gotta call.
In summer, I think it's every day.
Maybe call. Just make sure. You gotta call and make sure that they're doing it.
Well, la-dee-da.
I had to finish the coffee. Yeah, it's a local thing, so you don't have a Mama Jean's. What else? Magnolia's at 26th. We did our rehearsal dinner there. I don't think we've been back since then.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe like once. They're great. They do dinner, but they also do a breakfast buffet. Really like breakfast. Sorry, I'm skipping over everything. It's not breakfast. This is really important. Crepe Creation Cafe. We've only ever been there once also.
A lot of places in Market Common are good.
Yeah, that's a good place to just spend like an afternoon. You know, fair. Let's see. That's it. There's plenty of other places here that aren't brunch. Which would align better with Chicken Crunch. And I was like, it's fine. That's fine. I'll give you one.
Thomas said Lee's Inlet Kitchen is the best seafood. I've heard that too.
I've never been there. But there's also... Thomas, I don't know if you feel like this. Mal and I were having this conversation the other day about how I've lived here forever, and there are restaurants, plenty of restaurants that have been here my entire life, 30 plus years, successful restaurants, and I have just never been to them.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll pass a place and I'll be like, that place has been in business for 35 years and I've never been there. I want to try it at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it.
And see, you grew up in a different part of the beach than Thomas always went to.
Yes. Me and Thomas. I mean, so Thomas didn't grow up in Myrtle Beach either.
No.
Thomas visited Myrtle Beach. And he spent more time on the south end and I've spent more time on the north end. So there's some differences, but like, it's just so hard.
We just went to a place on the Marsh Walk, Thomas. We went to Wahoo's. And I'd never been to the Marsh Walk before.
Yeah, we met up with Paul and had dinner. That vlog's actually the next one to edit. Yeah. That was nice. Also, Anne had mentioned Shoney's. We just saw a Shoney's.
Where? Oh, down by Merle's.
Somewhere down there. And I when we passed it, my first thought was, oh my god, there's still a Shoney's somewhere. And then immediately after that, I was like, I want to eat at the Shoney's. I don't know that I've ever had a good experience at Shoney's, but it's now been long enough.
You can go by yourself.
I bet I could get like Roland and Dan to go with me. They'd be like, yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, Shoney's. Alda says, you couldn't have seen a Shoney's. They're extinct. Incorrect. Incorrect. We have one.
And there's only like 2 restaurants I remember from that trip, and one of them is a pancake house that we all went to on the last day.
Yeah. I remember that. Is that where Toby put on the clip-on tie?
Yes.
God bless that boy. Anyway, I'm done recommending brunch places. There are your brunch places. The fact that I don't have that in a note is insane, and I closed the phone, and I still won't do it. It's fine. 3D Bits from Gold Mage says, oh yeah, and I also missed Steven's birthday stream, but that wasn't at the normal stream time. Clown shrimp. They typically eat gastropods, crabs, and mollusks. They can kill and eat prey much larger than themselves. Shrimp just sound dangerous.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Kimikawa says, I don't know if I'm tired, but Pancake House sounds like I wandered into an alternate universe.
Hold on.
Probably because of Waffle House.
Hold on.
But Kimikawa, you live in Japan, right?
We need to this is an important distinction.
Mm-hmm.
Pancake House is a term.
A type of restaurant.
It is a type of restaurant. It is not a restaurant. It is a type of restaurant, and we have a ton of them. A ton of them. In fact, it now makes me wonder about the etymology of Pancake House, and is Waffle House called Waffle House because we had Pancake House as a term, and Waffle House was like, oh, but we'll do waffles? Is that how that got started?
Maybe.
I don't know. Because there's multiple people here that are confused with the concept of Pancake House. So, it's not just like a Japanese thing. It's got to be like a international thing.
Someone pointed out that an IHOP is technically a pancake house.
It's in the name. Yes, it's... People have... Okay, hold on. Here's a better question. Folks only in the U.S. answer this. I'm only looking for folks that currently live in the U.S. Have you heard of the term Pancake House for folks in the U.S.? Because this is very much an American thing. I'm getting a fair bit of no's.
I hadn't heard of it till I met you and came here.
Interesting. In fact, it's looking like half and half. Okay. Huh. So, in fairness, I did grow up in a place that's got probably maybe the most pancake houses in the U.S. I mean, we have got all of them. And pancake houses are a big thing. They're a big thing here because they typically open very, very, very early. Some of them open. There's multiple restaurants around here that open at midnight. They open at midnight or they open at 2 a.m. and then they're open until about 2 p.m. That's what a pancake house typically does. And the idea behind it is that if you are a golfer, you're getting up for an early tea time, you can go have breakfast at the pancake house, and then you go do your golfing. Mayrail says, here in New Jersey, it's just called a diner. Oh, that is a different thing.
That's what Noah said too.
So, we have diners, but that's not a pancake house. that's a different thing. But, in different places, these ideas would just be merged, I'm sure. Anyway. Oh, Throwdown says, Steven, have you been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee? They have pancake houses every 2 blocks. Yeah, actually, we were just talking about that. We were in Gatlinburg with Anne, with
Chaz.
with Chaz,
Paul.
with Paul, with man, some familiar names, with Toby, and we all ate at probably more than one pancake house, but there was one pancake house that I recall. But yeah, maybe it's just a southern thing. Maybe it's just, the Southeast has got pancake houses. Anyway,
We only went to Perkins.
which is not
Or
a
Mary's.
which is
we went to Mary's.
which is not a pancake house. I guess it can be. I guess you could consider Perkins a pancake house if you really got technical, but that's
Does Mary's still exist?
It's-
Sorry, I need to know because I need to take you there next
for
time
those
I'm
sorts
home.
of things. That's like a chain, and when you start getting into that, I'm like, like all of our pancake houses around here, they're all like local things. They're just local places, and we probably have about 15 of them, if not more.
Sorry, I need to see if this still exists so I can take you there next time.
Anything could be a pancake house if you believe enough. Well, if it's a place that serves pancakes, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's now a taco restaurant.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
I cannot take you to Mary's. Mary's was my grandma's favorite place to go. They
And-
had pie
and
on one of those rotating glass things.
Also, and this is going to come as a huge surprise, but in the 10 minutes that we've spent talking about pancake houses, other alerts have come in, which is wild. How did that happen? Let me get back to what I was doing. 300 bits from Sinistar Man. He says, as a Waffle Tribe ambassador, I do enjoy a good brunch. Might be able to treat my family to something nice now. If you're looking for, very specifically, and this, I'll only spend a second on this. Very specifically, if you're looking for, like good brunch, oh, that was a good, memorable brunch, I highly recommend Blueberry's Grill or Johnny D's. Blueberry's is a little bit nicer, but both are really great places. 500 bits from Mr. Gameboy 18. I know it may be a bit till we get here, but the one Tiny Eddie snack, the Chicken Crunch, I want to point out that according to the alert, they came from trees. So explain? That's easy. A lot of people like to put, like to take the chicken and put it in some sort of breading. And Tiny Eddie's Chicken Crunch is, the breading is tree branches.
Like ground up?
Bark. Yeah, just, it's bark. And you might be saying, that doesn't sound good. Which I would say, have you ever had a Tiny Eddie product? They're not good.
Did you see there's 3 art?
There's 3 art?
Yeah,
Is this breakfast art?
breakfast art.
Do we have breakfast art? Oh, that's exciting. Okay, hold on. Let me read a few more, but then we'll do breakfast. I love breakfast art. 22 months from Skanorg. 300 bits from Sinistar Man, who says, I've seen a Shoney's in Tennessee. Yeah, there are well, there's not anymore, right? These things still exist somewhere. They're just largely dead. And I do want to eat at a Shoney's again. I don't know when, but at some point. And 300 bits from Sinistar Man also says, also, IHOW, International House of Waffles. We've seen a
National House of Waffles.
Oh yeah, no, National House of Pancakes.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
You've heard of the International House of Pancakes. Well, guess what? We have the National House of Pancakes. I've never eaten there. It's probably fine. Are you ready to look at art?
Yeah.
Breakfast art.
And I love this.
Goo in a tube.
Did you see Kevy in the corner?
This is also fantastic. Man, if you missed Breakfast Stream on Tuesday, this has got to be a very strange thing to witness. He rise. Yeah,
Are we done?
we do have fun here. Ann and Dovey, thank you both. Appreciate it. I do enjoy a little breakfast art as a treat. As a treat. He's done with that. He's going to.
No, he was getting up before I picked him up.
Oh, was he?
So I
He's
wanted
going
to hold him for a
he's
second.
going to his little kept chair. That's fine. Also, I never cleaned off my glasses, and I have been able to tell.
Yeah.
Do you think you could reach me
cannot.
the little?
I can now that Kepler's gone.
Oh, so
He's in the helper
I asked
chair.
at just the right time. Just gonna do myself a little one.
Renee says, I'm not teaching Maddie that spell. She's already threatened to tell Chaz if I do something she doesn't agree with. She does not need a direct line to Chaz.
So when I was a kid, it was you. What was it? You stood in the bathroom and stared at the mirror and said Bloody Mary. And now the new generation is Chaz is the best, the best. Do you need code done? There's probably a better way to word that. Good English. Oh, done. It's fine. 22 months from Arpiga. 18 months from Colton KP. 12 months from Zatoichi. Congrats on the one. We got 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu, who says, last stream's happy hour boosted tea and coffee by about 1,000 each. Imagine how much the ultimate and never able to be topped winner of the beverage war, hot chocolate, would have gained. Imagine a happy hour that affects everything but hot chocolate. Also, nice to be talking about these when they're tied.
Yeah.
He says, moments before they're no longer tied. Yeah, there was a happy hour, which we've never had before, ever, on Tuesday, and it got the numbers up high again. How high had they gotten before they all had their reset? 10,000? I think they were up over 10,000.
That sounds right.
That sounds right to me. Except for the one time during New Year's where Eggnog had like a million. There was something had like a million, and I was just like, how did this happen? What? And then Eggnog went away, and I was like, okay, all right, sure, all right. Anyway, before I forget. Let's roll the beans. Thank you, patrons. You can learn more at patreon.com/StephenGeorge or Mal Makes if you're really interested in seeing what Mal's working on. We are hoping to get that painting out
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah.
I want to be like Saturday, but it might be like Sunday, or it could be like, oh God, Monday. But we're doing our best. Well, I'm not.
I am.
Mal. I mean, I'm involved. Like, I walk into the room and I go, wow. And I think that probably counts for something.
Something. That's for sure.
I'm not, like, directly involved in the art creation process. Mm-hmm. But I do walk in and go, wow. So, like, that's, I think that's probably, I think I'm probably contributing in, like a minor
Did you see it last
way.
night?
Yes.
Okay.
You've finished all the detail work.
Almost.
You're doing the detail color now.
Which is almost done also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good. Have you told them
I said there were rocks.
that's it? That's the only hint you've given?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just let them see it. It is inspired slightly by another painting that you did. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that folks will make the connection.
I think I mentioned it.
Oh, do you mention it in the video? Okay. Once you've heard that, then you immediately are like, I totally get it. But until then, you may not be immediately thinking. You've also made, like, let's say several paintings, and because of that, sometimes it's hard to remember every single thing you've done.
Yeah.
Even Mount and I struggle because the other day I was talking, it was like, we were trying to think of how many she had done from a very specific game, and I was like 1, 2, and she's like, 3? It was like 3. So it's, it's hard to remember sometimes. Learning bits from Vinny G Plays, who says, my dearest tea supporters, there shall be chaos and coffee will reign supreme. Or they'll be tied. It's also possible to just be tied. They typically stay pretty close. They're buddies, really. They fight. They're like Goku and Vegeta. They fight, but I think they kind of like each other. Just a little bit.
I feel like Goku really wants to be friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the most important question I've ever asked. Coffee and tea. Which one's Goku? Because I have a strong opinion about this.
Tea.
Right? Mm-hmm. Goku is totally tea. Goku is totally tea because Vegeta is totally coffee. The reason I say that is because coffee is bitter. I'm just imagining a cup of black coffee, and that's so Vegeta. That's pure Vegeta right there.
We've been watching Super, can you tell?
B-Shippy says, what the heck kind of conversation is this?
I have no idea where he was going with this.
Welcome to Breakfast Stream. Or take this tangent and be like, these belong together. Now kiss. Yeah, we've actually and for folks that enjoy our anime reviews, get excited because we just finished the first saga, and that vlog is coming your way where we talk about it. I won't say anything else. But I will say I've been enjoying it. It's been fun. It's been fun. We never watched GT. I guess we still could at some point. But Super's been fun. It's just been fun to see all the characters back and being like, oh look, Turtle. Hey, Turtle. We're watching dub. Coffee. You gotta watch dub. You gotta watch dub. The voices of
Sean and
Christopher. And Christopher.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nostalgia. It's ingrained in you. You know, like it couldn't do it. That's right, boys. Mondo cool.
I forgot that line.
So anyway, 30 Bits Mind of Crafting Life says, coffee/tea balance is not appreciated in the world. When I asked for a shot of espresso and a green tea latte, a barista called me demonic. It's fine. There are going to be things occasionally that cause your barista to question sanity. On multiple occasions, I have ordered a cold brew, and I've ordered it black. And on multiple occasions at different locations with different people, I have had the barista say, "Are you sure?" I've been like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Okay," as if I was like signing a death warrant. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is not well, it's black, but they ask if you want like cream or sugar or whatever. And I'm like, just no. Just black. It's fine. Anyway.
I have hiccups.
Sorry.
I had green tea this morning.
How was that?
It's been a while since I've had it, and I really enjoyed it.
It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. It's refreshing. I actually had a cup of black tea with honey yesterday, which I haven't. I drink tea fairly often, but I almost never put anything in it. I always just drink it as is. And I put some honey in my tea the other day, and I was like, that was nice. I don't want that all the time, but occasionally just a little sweetness. It was good. Sometimes you sleep weird or whatever, and you have your mouth open and you breathe, and then you wake up and your throat's sore, and I had that yesterday. And I woke up with a bit of a sore throat, and I was like, oh, I must have slept weird. So I put a little honey in there, and I was like, yeah. I didn't do that, because that would have been insane.
Which honey did you use?
The
little one or the Costco one?
just a little,
Okay, the
little
little
fella.
one.
Little fella. Not a bear. Sometimes they're in the shape of a bear.
Yeah.
We don't have any bear-shaped ones right now.
No. The Costco honey is really good, but I bought the little one for when we went to Atlanta for surgery.
Yeah.
So I could put some in tea if I wanted, because you're supposed to get a sore throat after, like, surgery, because they put a tube.
Yeah.
But I never needed it.
So you just never had the sore throat from the intubation?
Very little.
Yeah.
When I got...
Well, I mean...
When they released me from the hospital, I didn't have one then. But while I was in the hospital, I did. It was very mild. Like, I've had worse with, like, a cold.
Well, I mean, like, I had just had the endoscopy a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
No sore throat. And, like, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got a camera down there taking photos and scraping.
T-Tran says, once again, Mel shows she is too OP. No, I just think I had the best surgeon.
You did. There were a lot of things with...
Hearing other people's stories...
There was a lot of things with Mal's surgery where we were reading online about prep and other people's experiences, and they're like, okay, you're going to have to deal with this and this and this. And, like, Mal didn't deal with any of that.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff, I won't go into details, but some of the stuff was like, how on earth did you avoid any of these problems? And
Yeah.
I think it was just the expertise of the surgeon, which was good. Also, how weird is it, and I think other people can probably relate to this, obviously you'll be able to relate to this, if you've had, like, some sort of major health issue, and you have a surgery or whatever, and you get it taken care of, and you literally, like, you get it taken care of, like, things are better for you. How weird it is a few months later, and, like, you think back and you're like, I was sick!
There's a lot of days where I'm like, I was sick. Wow.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm writing in my 5-year TED show, and I'm on year 3 of it right now. So it's like, a year ago, like, I was sick. Wow.
Yeah.
Even thinking back to Extra Life, I was real sick during Extra Life. And by sick, I mean I was having a flare-up and I was in a lot of pain.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird, it's a you know, it's a weird feeling. B Shrimp said, yes, it's a shocker. I can breathe through my nose and I wasn't able to before. Surreal. It's just, you know, and I'm getting this, like, second hand, right? But it's just a really interesting experience to, like, see Mal have that realization
Yeah.
often of, like, oh.
Vagabond says only 2 weeks till 6 months. We messed up the math. It's
Yeah,
actually
it's
May
May.
3rd.
It's, yeah. I am going to put this on the do not playlist. Thanks, Otis McDonald. Otis McDonald's got a lot of stuff that's got lyrics. Anyway, back to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Yeah. I wish it was April.
Yeah, me too.
I wish it was April. But May, back to strenuous exercise. In the meantime, we're taking walks like every day because the temperature here has been good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing. Today we've got to buy some foam.
Yeah.
I got to get the thing back.
Yeah.
I gotta get the AC unit plugged back in. I've been trying to, and it was on the vlog where I said, oh, I'm gonna try and just kind of get by for a little bit with the fan. No. Oh my God, no.
How did you survive before we bought that last year?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, you know how I survived.
Yeah.
You froze to death.
Yeah.
That's how we made it through the summer.
You also are still wearing jeans, so shorts probably would help.
I mean, yeah, but what I wear doesn't make the room colder or hotter. It can. You can have, I'm not saying it won't have an effect, but, like, yeah. Just to put it into perspective, because because I dealt with this last night. Last night was when I came to the realization of like we have to get the foam tomorrow. Is Mal was working, and it was already a little cold, and like we had it probably at
70 downstairs.
Well, probably like 72.
Yeah,
maybe. And upstairs it's 79. And Mal it's a little cold downstairs because we have the AC running. But it was still warm. It was cold. It was cold and you needed to turn it up. That's it. It was cold and you needed to turn it up. Maybe it was 70. I don't know. Whatever it was 70 downstairs and 79 upstairs. Doesn't matter. So Mal turns up the air because she was like, I'm a little cold. And I said, just do what you need to do. Work on your painting. I said, I'll deal with it upstairs. Haha. I had the fan on for hours. So the fan was on. We were circulating air up here. Mal turns the AC up to, I guess, probably like 72. The air up here goes to 81. And I sat up here and I worked for the last few hours of last night. And it was 81 degrees with the fan on. And when you work in an 81 degree room, you feel like your blood pressure is high. Like I could feel my ears on fire. The difference between 79 and 81 is extreme. And I sat up here and I attempted to work through it, but whenever I came downstairs last night, like God knows what it would have been if the fan was off. I'd have no idea. But like I went downstairs and I was like, tomorrow, foam. We gotta. It's official.
and it's a few factors.
It's official.
It's the HVAC of the house probably doesn't get up here very well. I wonder where the return vent up here even goes to.
3.
Is that new? Has that always been there? Has that always been an alert? I don't remember that at all.
The other thing is this room probably isn't insulated real great, is my guess.
Yeah.
And then also it's above the garage, which is not a controlled temperature space.
Well, I just in a very general sense, this house was probably built in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Watching the ones go up near us, it's fast.
Oh, okay, this is from Triangle Strategy Stream. Oh. Okay, that's why it's only, like, vaguely familiar. Just to give an idea of, like, how hastily done this house was and how much of a piece of crap this place is, there is paint, like, from where they painted the walls.
Yeah.
On, like, all sorts of things where there should not be paint.
That was never cleaned off.
And it was just never cleaned. All over the place. I actually just noticed it for the first time in that closet.
Oh.
In that closet, the light is on the wall.
Yes.
There's like a big light fixture, and it's covered in paint.
Yeah.
I mean, covered in paint. And I was like...
3.
So that's fun. That's fun. Yeah. Did the outlet in the kitchen ever? No. We just moved the thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. Kepler just doesn't... His feeder's just not there anymore. It's just in the room. It's fine. I'm just... I hate to have the mentality of like, I'm just really over it all. I am very over it all. There comes a point mentally where you just kind of go, yeah. And I think I've been there for a long time, but I'm like super there. With little problems, I go, nope, can't even do it. Anyway, 333 bits from Satsu says, what is 333? Well, now we know. Anyway, my bro now has COVID. His daughter being sick and the family needing to isolate makes it such a concern. So I'm sending them a cold med care package and Kirby tomorrow, so I know they'll be able to do their best with it. In the meantime, I bit my cheek and now I can't stop biting it. Ah, I hate that feeling. I know that's awful. Good vibes.
Sorry, they're all sick.
Yeah, good vibes to your family, because that's not ideal. It's not ideal, but I'm sure they'll enjoy the package.
Yeah.
And Kirby. I think that'll raise spirits. You can raise spirits just by looking at Kirby. Have you ever seen a picture of Kirby? I mean, he just makes you feel better. We got 333 from Radio Dredge, who says, again! 333 from Mr. Gameboy says, again, again! 333 from It's Darkman says, again, again, again! 333 from Mr. Gameboy says, again, 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 again! Combo! 333 from Sister Man says, 333 try 333 times 3 equals 9 minus 6 equals 3! 333 from Science Nerd 2240 says, 3 good. And then 333 from Good 95 says, Trace bien. 666 from Item Crafting Light says, oh, I messed up. Yeah, you added, which is not the same. It's not the same.
No.
Anyway. Now I'll wrap up.
Okay.
Now I'll do it. We have some errands to run before lunch also, so we should probably get to them. Things to announce for today. If you have been enjoying the Pokemon episodes that we've been releasing onto Stephen Plays, man, you'll enjoy today's. Today's has I think my favorite gag so far. It's real good. Yeah, Chess says there is a quality thumbnail coming today. It's good. It's real good. It's real good. I'm excited for folks to see it. I'm very excited for folks to see it. Dan's really been knocking it out of the park with these. He's done a really great job. Other things that are occurring. Tomorrow night is Kerbo. Please join us for Kerbo. We'll be starting Kerbo. We will also be finishing Kerbo. Not like tomorrow. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
But we plan to continue playing Kerbo. So it's not like we're just going to play the beginning and then we're never going to play it again. We plan on actually playing through the entire game co-op, since it's a cooperative game. And if you missed the stream, we're going to try and have that out onto Stephen Plays relatively soon. There's a lot that will be happening in a short amount of time. But we'll see. Chill Day says, no, play through the whole game in one stream. I mean, if the game was not super long, then that wouldn't be unfeasible. Unfeasible? Anyway, we'll have to see how long it is, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't think there's any info on how long to beat yet, but hopefully there will be soon. I mean, Kirby games usually aren't like terribly long, but they're pretty long. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the other thing is that tomorrow is my CAT scan, so wish me luck. I'm sure I won't get any results tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Unless they're like, hey, you need to go into... Yeah, that's the one thing, right? The stream should be fine. Shouldn't have any problem doing Kerbo tomorrow. But if I send out a little tweet that's like, I'm in surgery, then, I guess we will maybe have to postpone Kerbo. But I don't suspect that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't suspect that's going to happen. Probably not. We know there's a baseball in you. Did you swallow a baseball? Oh, shoot. Yes. Is that what that is? Anyway, and that's it. That's the only stuff to announce. I've released a ton of vlogs recently, so if you haven't checked out the vlog channel, do so. Because actually, since Tuesday, I've released like a week's worth. Like, there's all sorts of stuff that's out. So check those out, and I'll try and get more out as quickly as possible. My goal is just to... I'm trying to get things caught back up before we get to April. Chess says, this is a good YouTube channel. Thank you.
Boy!
Thank
a
you.
land made of milk and
He
honey.
says, as if he's just discovering it. Hey guys, check out this YouTube channel.
Did you know Steven has a vlog channel? Yeah, Chaz, you've been on it, like multiple times over the years. When did you start doing this? Like a long time ago. Huh. Anyway, it's good. Yeah, and like, I want to get back to doing 2018 stuff. I actually started editing one, for whatever the next one is, and I haven't managed to work on it because I've been behind on the normal stuff. So I'm gonna get everything caught up by April, and then get back to work on 2018. That's the goal. That I'm hoping that within a few months we'll have 2018 all wrapped up, and there won't be any gaps in the story, because people want to know how the story.
Yeah.
I was gonna say ends. I get the story ends when I die.
The missing
I guess
chapter.
The missing chapter. How the story middles. Yes. How the story middles. 333 bits. Mr. Gameboy says, "Did your phone remind you?" It did. Very ominous. It just says make 3+, which I will. 301 from Incarnado with the George 5-star rank. Appreciate it. And 300 bits says current track Sugar Zone. I'm very familiar with that music because I used it in like the first. It was like one of the first mini golf videos that we made.
Yeah.
And I was still editing them at the time. And I used that, and then I think after that I used it in like every mini golf LP thing we ever did, because it has a really like upbeat like mini golf feel to me, and I'm like, that's what I associate. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't plan on like Oh, I gotta tell a real quick fun story. I thought it was fun. I don't think that the lady she was laughing. Maybe it was a nervous laughter. So yesterday, I had to call a number to do pre-registration for the CAT scan. Fun fact, they've actually been texting me for a while, where they would text me a link, and they're like, please sign up on our website so you can pre-register for your appointment. And the first time I got the text, I did. And when you get to the website, there's a little button after you do all the sign-in stuff that's like, pre-register. When you click it, nothing was there. And they kept texting me. And they're like, hey, couldn't help but notice you haven't done this. Could you do this? And I'm just like, I can't do it. It's broken. Your website is broken. And you can't reply because it's one of those automated text things. So, like, there's another person on the other end. So I was just thinking, well, I guess, I'll do it when I walk in. Finally, after all these texts, I got one yesterday that did not have a website in it, and it was like, hey, please call this number. And I was like, oh man, I've waited long enough that I've now been sent the grandpa text where they're like, oh god, the guy's running IE6 and it doesn't run, so we gotta have him call the number. So I called the number, and I told him, I said, listen, I said, I got the text that was like, use the website, sign up. I said, I did that, but there is no thing. She goes, yeah, it's broken. I'm like, she said, our IT department's working on it. And I'm like, for like 3 weeks? Yikes. Anyway, so we're doing the pre-registration stuff over the phone, which is weird. Because this is all the stuff that you would fill out generally, like either online or like a lot of doctors' places now give you the little iPads, so you're filling out the iPad stuff in the office. So doing it over the phone with a human being is interesting because it leads to some interesting conversations. One of the things we discovered is that this place that I'm going, I apparently have been to before, like 20 years ago. It's been a long time, but apparently at some point in high school or middle school or whatever, I had a CAT scan or something done at this place. The reason I know is because I had really, really old information on file. So she's reading me my stuff, and she's like, all right, and you're single? And I'm like, no. She goes, oh, you're not single. I said, not for the past, like, however many, 11 years or whatever. 10.
So hi, are you still 13?
Yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, So as we started answering questions, she was like, okay. She's like, so we have down here, this must be your father. Your father is like your guardian. And I was like, yeah. I was like, so I don't need that down there. It was like, because I am like a grown man and have been a grown man for like a long time. So we just like, we don't have to concern my father. I said, my father no longer takes care of me. She was like, oh, okay. And she was like, okay, so who do you want to do for next of kin? She's like, we have Deborah here. That must be your mother? And I said, yeah. I said, my wife should probably be on there. I said, as a reminder, I said from a moment ago, I said, I do have a wife and have had a wife for like forever. And she goes, okay. She said, there's also a spot for emergency contact. Do you want to put your wife down for emergency contact? And I was like, I said, I said, what's the difference between next of kin and emergency contact? And she's like, well, she said, next of kin is who we would contact in case something happened, and emergency contact is who we would contact in case something happens. And I was like, okay. I said, listen, I said, for a quick clarification, I said, I don't plan on dying during the CAT scan. And she goes, oh my. I said, no, I said, who knows what could happen, right? Who knows? Crazier things have happened. She goes, well, yeah. I said, we don't know. I said, but it doesn't really matter the distinction between next of kin and emergency contact. I said, because if either one of those people gets contacted, it is an emergency, and the other one will know. I said, so you could probably just leave it alone. And she goes, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I said, okay. I said, now I do want to warn you. I said, if I die during the CAT scan, I said, I can almost guarantee that my wife is going to leave a bad Yelp review. And she was like, yeah, that's understandable. I said, but don't plan on dying. It'll be fine. She laughed. It was fun. I'm sure that I made her day better, because she probably doesn't normally get nice phone calls like that. Yeah, Airdash, quality interaction. Anyway, so that was a fun phone call. We had fun on the phone. It was good. It was a good time.
And then you came downstairs and you're like, who's our general care doctor? What pharmacy do we go to?
It was a fun conversation. I'm just some guy on the phone. What do I got to lose? I'm gonna go in. She might even be there. She might remember me, and then we'll have a great conversation. I'm an adult man. Contact my mom or my wife if either of these things happen. So it's probably not ideal already. 30 bits for Vinny G Play says, I thought you were going to talk about last night. It was important science. Oh, yeah. We did do some science last night. And 301 bits from Incarnata 95 with the George Haas star reign. I'll take 1 second on this. Last night, for science, on the Discord, we wanted to see if it was possible to make a 4K animated GIF. The answer is, yeah. But should you do it? No. I exported out a 4K. I exported out a 4K 30 animated GIF, and my computer could not play it smoothly. My computer's like, what is this thing? It was too big to post into Discord. Eventually, we got it to fit by adjusting some parameters. And after we put it in there, everyone was just kind of like, I don't know what I expected. I'm not really sure what I wanted out of this.
They tattled on you.
Yeah. Oh, no, I saw. Everyone was like, and then Lunar Pro was like, I'm doing it. And then Chaz ended up showing up later. And Chaz was like, what happened here? And then everyone like ran off like, hey, I don't know. It's fine. Did I definitely probably not utilize my time wisely for about 30 minutes? Yeah. But as a counterpoint, 4K GIF, Also, because of how Discord works, like it obviously scales it to your screen, which means there is no discernible difference between 4K and 360p. Like it's the same. It's great. It's great. It's great. Anyway, 29 months from Tendacrout. And with that, that's it. Y'all have a wonderful Thursday. Be back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
For Kerbo.
And we will play Kerbo. Kirby. Kerbo. Carbo. Boyo. So many different names.